everyone, and this is yet another interview of a very talented and experienced and very professional immigration advisor who is a member of UK Migration Pro. I introduce you to Dr. Muhammad Shahid Sahu. He is UK-based, UK-registered, UK-regulated, UK immigration advisor. I welcome Dr. Sahu.
Thank you very much, Azim. It's a pleasure to attend this and participate in this interview processes. It's really very beneficial series, and hope people will know more about UK Immigration Pro, and they will make their mind that they are in a very safe, capable hands whenever they contact us through any advisor. I should not say it is me, all others, they are same. We all have little uniqueness with regard to the experiences, education, and our dealing with our clients, and how much we are focused with their benefit and achieving results for them. Because in my opinion, every application, there is a life behind that. And if we are making not difference in their application, we're not looking at with more depth and in more holistic way in their application. If we miss a very small, tiny part of it, it might be a counterproductive, and immigration people, they might decline or refuse their application, which has implications. So with regard to my own personal choices with immigration law, I am, my background is like civil services in Pakistan. So establishment code and other things, they were the part of my day-to-day life previously. And now immigration is always changing and continuously adding new things in there. And if you are not keep abreast and keep up to date, then I think you will not be able to advise your client properly. So this is very small about me. Yeah, I must say UK Migration Pro is one of the best resources for all of us, and especially people who don't know much about immigration advisory services available around them, and are they in really very capable hands to deal with their applications, with their intentions, and their, maybe I must say, UK dream. So UK Migration Pro is the best source, I must say, and being a part of that, it's really pleasure and proud for me. I should start from my very initial days. I am a postgraduate person, and I have done my MSc, and then I joined the civil services in Pakistan. And from there, I am fortunate to serve so many different departments and government organizations and all that. But one experience with the Home Department back in the country, in Pakistan, I have seen law is the main key to decide things properly and see their regulations, bylaws, and all that. So it's a natural interest. Being civil servant, you do ESTA code, which is establishment code, and it covers so much constitutional things, regulatory things, and other things. So I started there, and then in 1999, I moved for my professional studies, higher studies in Europe, and then after having that, I moved to UK. Initially, it's a family thing which made me to come to UK. My wife, she is a doctor, and she wanted to do her specialization here. Children were young, so I didn't think about it in more detail. But then I joined my civil services here as well, and I found out that there are so many things. Being immigrant, I was facing, and sometimes some advisors, they could not think or understand my requirement exactly what I am asking them. Sometimes they just generic advice they give, but the specific one which I wanted, they miss out. So looking at that, it was one of the basic inspiration there in 2001, I think. Then there was an advisory organization, and I joined that, and I was a manager, and it happened there's so many advisors working for us, and being a manager there, I have a talk and discussion and so many clients, I look at their papers and all that. And sometimes we have some complaints because people, they are saying it's a charitable organization, and the people, they were not getting what they contact for. So that gave me a little bit of further idea that I should learn in more detail and depth the immigration law. What is this? But at the same time, I was expert of HR, human resource, HRM, human resource management. And I was a part of CIPD, Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development. So it was built in when you do employment law. At the same time, you are dealing with the people coming abroad, especially highly skilled people. And I work for the local authority, so we employ so many very big expert people in their fields. And you are dealing on day-to-day basis with the Home Office, with their queries and various things. So it was actually building so much experience around that immigration matters. And when I was working with the advisory in the advice service, I have seen further that people, they need proper education, experience, and training. So I started learning about that. And at that time, OISC was kind of a simple thing. If you have a knowledge, you just sit an exam. It was a MCQ kind of thing, choice. You just do it on the online. And I did level 1, 2, 3 there at that time. But then I could not do it the way it should be because I was doing other things along with my immigration practice. So I never realized that I might need it. But I have a collaboration from day one with a very senior person who was Director Racial Equality at that time. And then after retirement, he started his private practice. So wherever I have private clients, I will advise them. But then if there is some problem with their refusal, some other clients, they have refused already from somewhere else and they come to us. So I don't go to immigration courts, tribunals, but my partner normally goes there and attend, and sometimes I also accompany. So in that way, I have seen so many different shades and layers of immigration. It is right from the personal immigration, or it might be family or commercial, or is a charitable interests of people. So that I know. So it built a lot of since 2001 and till 2019. So 18-19 years is a lot of period, that long time, where I got a lot of experience in that. And whenever now I have been approached by the clients, they first know my senior partner. Unfortunately, I lost him. But at the same time, I also keep the good practice, like looking at their paperwork and see what is required. And sometimes our clients, they are overwhelmed with the paperwork and things, but then you can nicely explain to them. We are helping them. We're not putting any pressure or anything, because if the documentation is not there, evidence is not there, they are unable to get their desired application result. And if we miss out any single thing from the evidence, it might be declined or refused. So how I get to the OIC this level where I am now, in 2019, I just mentioned, when my it is COVID time, and my partner was not feeling good, and unfortunately he passed. Now there was a need, I have to regulate myself now properly. So I sit an exam and passed it, and now I set up MCCT Immigration Services, which is I'm working from Hereford. I worked with a very senior member of my firm previously where I was, and there I did so much independently and some other with the collaboration, obviously under supervision, because of the new rules and all that. But at level 1, you can do so much because the application thing, and you can do any application without any restriction or anything. And you can advise, obviously, certain areas which are more complex. You cannot go directly with them, but then you can refer it to your seniors or more experienced person within the firm or outside the firm. Now I'm thinking about some very interesting. If you look at the visit visa, is a 96-97% unsuccessful rate, unfortunately. If you look at overall, people, they make small mistakes, and normally they think, especially these clients, when they say, oh, it's simply visit visa, we can fill in the application form, and what they think, they support with their applications. But I recently came across parents, they were refused since 2012 their visit visa to visit their family. Daughter was married here, and they were very much scared about now any application to with regard to the immigration, particularly visit. And they came through referral. Mostly my work is through referrals, because people who are satisfied clients, they talk about you and they actually are your ambassadors. So, and now I think UK Migration Pro is another ambassador for us, and it's a good platform to say about something, introduce ourselves and our success stories. Well, the client came to me through their daughters, because they were parents, and they were very successful people. Father was a senior manager working in one of the top pharmaceutical firm in Pakistan. Mother, she was again accomplished teacher, senior head teacher or head of department. But now they were both retired. When they started their application once, they were both in jobs. But when I look at 3 different refusals, and I have a little bit more in depth look at that, why they were refused at first place. So they were very small things they did not take into account. For example, if they were working, they need NOC, like no objection certificate, from their employers that they are visiting UK, which is one of the requirements, and they will come back. In other application, they did not show their ties within Pakistan, and it looks like from their application, because they have money and they can got away, they will not come back. In third application, again, they mentioned about their income and all that, but they cannot substantiate it with their relevant evidence through bank statement and their pensions and their other investment income. So looking at all that, I just came into conclusion that they were lacking evidence, and in visit visa especially, it is a refusal, and you don't have to hide your refusals. It is evidential at the time of your application. If evidence is not there, they refuse you, but doesn't mean they will refuse you in future. And many clients or applicants, they think if they hide, they will go away with their application, the new one, or they change their passports and they reapply, so without mentioning their past history. So it was something I need to clarify, because they have these kind of apprehensions. They said, oh, you are telling everything because yes, in one of their applications, in second or third time, they did not mention about their previous application that was refused. So and the Home Office picked it, and they fortunately did not give them 320, which we say hiding the facts or lying or something, but they simply refused on that very basis, and the anti-clearance officer, he was not satisfied, which was a good news. Otherwise, they might on that basis, because one of the clients in the past from Dubai, they mentioned this and they had 320, but then at that time you can apply for appeal. It was in 2011 12 something. So you can appeal against the decision, any refusals. So at the end, it was granted through court action in tribunal, but that was again 320 case. So when I submitted with all that, it was kind of a cumbersome, quite daunting thing to ask them, okay, you bring your bank statement, then you're reviewing their paperwork. Then it all took, I think, 2.5 months, like nearly 10 weeks to build up the case for all the relevant evidence, because it was challenging. If you don't do your due diligence, it might be refused again, which is, I don't want to face that. And to increase their chances of success, I asked them, okay, whatever I ask you, please provide me. It is kind of mutual hard work. From you have to provide the evidences. So I have built the case in their visit visa, and they have now ties with their countries, their financial evidence, their family ties within there, and then abroad, and within UK, yes, they have, and then their intention to go back again, and they are not burdened on our services, supported with their travel insurance and all that, and health-wise, whatever is needed. So when I submitted their application, within 2 weeks they got their approval, and they were over the moon. So they came with we call it a suite or something, showing good gesture, or you are an angel and you resolve it. It's a magical way of presentation and all that. So basically asking that, this is one simple example, but there are so many other cases which I had done over the period of time, and it is due to your other experiences as well. So I'm sure with the MCCT Immigration Services and with the UK Migration Pro, we can build further success stories, and people will be aware that not anything in the immigration process is simple and taken for granted, and it should be meticulously and very keenly looked at. And whenever the client comes to me, I have one and only one approach: to help him and be open and transparent, and tell them if there are slim chances or good chances or very strong chances. So you have to tell them there and then, and without any, I'm not sure about the word I'm taking, but I think you have to guide them properly and professionally. And this is why the immigration UK Migration Pro is here to serve you through the introduction of professional advisors, and who are doing their practices, though independently, but there is a chances of collaboration as well within, and you are in this, through this platform, whoever you are hiring and contracting for your immigration matters, you should be sure that you are in very capable hands, and you will get your immigration dreams. If it's a UK dream, yes, you will have it. If you have setting up your business here, you will get it. If you have personal something like family around matter, you can do it. And for me, I have over the years, I have seen nearly everything within this, but obviously at my current level, I should say I can do any application, and I can advise within my levels, and with confidence. And obviously people, they will get benefit, clients, they will get benefit, and they are speaking over the years very high about me. There is one or two other cases, very interestingly, there one from Ghana and other was from China and Caribbean. But obviously looking at the time frame, at some other time we can explain this and share that success story. Thank you.
Dr. Sahu, thank you for a very detailed account of how you secured the success for the clients. And essentially, I have seen from your explanation that your success in their immigration case is just one aspect of it, but reuniting the families and settling them in the UK, that is also a bigger portion of the service that you provide. I thank you for your very detailed account of experience, qualification, and services. And I always rather would recommend Dr. Sahu for any kind of immigration services of any of our currently viewing participants, or anybody, if they would like to talk to Dr. Sahu. His firm's name is MCCT, and they can contact UK Migration Pro, and we will line up or connect you with Dr. Sahu. Thank you, Dr. Sahu, for giving this much time today.
Thank you very much, Brother Azim. It is really a pleasure.